This is about BCom Capital Markets program, which is one of the 4 undergraduate programs that we have in JSBF. And this program is in collaboration with NSE Academy, which means that you will get all the assistance that is agreed in the Memorandum of Understanding between JGU and NSE Academy in this program. And you will also have to give some extra input to add that value to your CV while pursuing the program. So from this batch onwards, as per the new education policy, the program is going to be of 4 years, but for the first 2 years, the program are going to be more or less fundamental subjects related to commerce and management streams. So you need to have basic fundamental understanding of mathematics and the concepts of commerce to clear those subjects. And we will gradually build up towards the advanced level of those subjects. And there are a total of 9 subjects that are in collaboration with NSE Academy, wherein they will provide us 10 hours of tutorial support when the delivery of these subjects will take place. Usually the span of a subject is 30 hours of teaching, and 10 hours will be shared by NSE Academy, wherein they can send an industry expert or someone from NSE to teach you in those subjects, and 20 hours of delivery would be from the side of JGU, your professor who's teaching that subject. And there are total of 9 recommended subjects spread over these 4 years, for which you are strongly recommended to write a certification related to the course material of that subject. There are 4 subjects for which it is necessary for you to appear in the NISM or NCFM corresponding certificate, although it is not necessary for you to clear that paper, but you have to appear for that. And the first such module you will be writing in your second semester, first year, that is Capital Market Operations. Now, I think most of you would be thinking that would I be writing this paper between the second semester or with the second semester end-term examination or after the end-term examination? I want to tell you that it is pretty democratic here, and if it is NCFM module, then we can be pretty flexible in arranging your date of examination. So we can talk amongst us and mutually decide that whether you want to write it in between the semester when you are studying the subject, or you would want to write it after your examinations in the coming semester, depending on how prepared you feel you are and how much burden you feel you have. So we can do that. And for the NCFM modules, you can write the paper in JGU. So all those facilities are there. Now there are added advantages of the programs that to give you more exposure about how National Stock Exchange works or other financial institutions that are involved in security trading or capital market dealings, they are working. We can take you on visits to some of the NSE centers or these financial centers with mutual agreement between NSE Academy and JGU. And of course, your availability, because we would want all of you or a particular batch to be there during the visit. Then there is NSmart software, which is a simulation software which uses real-time data with a very small time lapse from real price changes in the market, real quotations in the market, and the simulation software. So that is also shown during your course. So you can try your hands on simulations and then do trade with real money and in the real market. So that is also an added advantage. NSE gives you access to this NSmart software. Kunal will talk further and explain that how NSmart works and how you can take advantage of this. Plus, we can have workshops, seminars, time to time in order to update you and keep you abreast with the developments in the markets, the regulations coming in the market, and how you should shape up as someone who knows a little bit about capital markets and add value to your plain vanilla BCom. So that is it from my side. If you have more questions, you can ask. Okay, so here there is a question by a student that what's the minimum eligibility for the course? I'm assuming that you are asking about writing the certification for NISM or NCFM. There is all the students who have enrolled in the programs are eligible to write the program. But what we have did is we have scheduled these NCFM certifications with corresponding courses spread over specific semesters. For example, in the first semester, let me answer the first question. In the first semester, you do not have any mandatory course to appear related to NCFM or NIS. If you wish, you can write a module which is related to economics. So it is recommended, but it is not mandatory for you to appear in the paper. In the second semester, we have capital market operations subject, and there it is recommended, it is necessary for you to appear in the NCFM module related to it. So you are already eligible. Now you have to we have to mutually decide that when you will write this certificate. All that you have to do is, before your results of last semester of BCom honors, you have to appear in these necessary papers. That's it. And if you wish to appear for more papers, you can do that. Now the second question, I hope I could answer your questions, Sheetal. About the eligibility of the course. Okay. Now the second question is, can without maths in grade 11th and 12th can apply? Obviously. If this question is related to again NISM or NCFM certifications, yes, you can definitely apply for these certificates. You may have little problem in some of the elective courses which are very specific to valuation of certain securities. And one more thing that I would want to convey is NCFM or NISM modules are always easier as compared to your end term examinations in JG. Both patterns are also very different. So I don't think you not having the background of mathematics in +2 is going to hamper your performance in NISM or NCFM. Yes, Suraj. Switch on your mic.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. In JG, I think we have two courses. One is BCom Honors, and the other one is BCom Capital Markets. So, what's the difference in terms of internships? Because I believe we don't have not yet, right? The internship for BCom Capital Markets. So, are they both the same or are they different?
In terms of internships, they are competitive. And I feel that from the perspective of a company who's choosing an intern, they would want to see your individual background and your competence. From your perspective as a student of capital markets, you may feel of applying into specific domains because you may prefer a brokerage firm or any kind of company which is remotely related to trading or selling securities or insurance or any instrument which is related to capital. Or you may want to join a bank specifically to know something about the treasury or know something about some other functions, and that is competitive.
For example, like my ambition is to be an equity, like a research analyst. So is it possible for me to get internship in one of these companies which can, give me an opportunity for being a research analyst?
Again, that depends. You can prepare yourself to be one of the go-to candidates for a firm who has come there or has given an offer. And if you're so focused at the beginning, you can study in this way. You can do some self-study on equities, and you can also kind of, look for such opportunities at individual level also, and be in touch with the office related to internships. And you can also convey them that this is what you are looking for and how to prepare for it. So if you wish for it, you can plan for it, and you can go for internship at several stages of the program.
And I also had one more question regarding the course. Like, do they have any subject related to algo trading or any topics which they teach in the course?
Not in the first 2 years, but at the elective level, definitely you can take algorithmic trading. Within JGU, we have a system of cross electives, which means that the student can take an elective floated from any of the schools of JGU. And if you feel that there is one subject which you must take in order to learn trading of a specific type, or to learn algorithmic trading or derivatives or any specific thing which is related to capital markets, there are plethora of options available for you. You can pick and choose from there.
Thank you, ma'am. Those are the questions that I have.
So there is one more question from a student, Daksh Chaudhary. Tell us more about the NSE course of all 4 years and about the experience and exposure we are getting provided. Okay, so Daksh, for this one, in the 4 years, you have 9 papers as of now, 9 papers, and one is related to economics in the first year. One is related to introduction to capital markets in the first year, first semester, and likewise, 1 or 2 papers are distributed over your semesters. And for 4 of these 9 courses, you have to necessarily appear for these certifications. Now, so this is about course of all 4 years. And I can provide you a complete list and name of those 9 courses. That is what I can do, and the exposure we are getting provided. So I have told you that the kind of exposure that you can get from here is one expert from NSE would come for each of these 9 courses. They will deliver 10 hours. This session can be offline or this session can be online. As mutually agreed between your instructor and the instructor in NSE. And of course, you would be asked that how you want it. You want it online or you would want to study offline. So this is about lecturing. The second thing is you have NSmart market simulation software. You will get the access for it and you can try your hands on it, like and no real money is involved there. So you can accustom yourself with the drop down menus, how you settle the trades, how various segments of capital market, for example, derivative market is different, equity market is different, then futures market is different. So how all these things work. So you can practice there, you get access to that software. The third thing is that you can participate, you will be taken to seminars and other events wherein experts come and talk about the contemporary issues in capital markets, specific information that is relevant for you as a student of capital markets. Then we can take you to such economic centers where trading takes place, so you can see how these places are, where they are, what people do there. And when you get these kind of exposure, you can also think that what exactly I can do and what are the avenues available. And these experts from NSE are also open to discussion and talking to you even after the classroom, so you can send them messages, ask them specific questions. So a lot of learning is also dependent on you, how much you can take out of this. And of course, if you clear all these 4 modules, this is going to add a lot of value to CV of an undergraduate student who's just 21. And if someone succeeds in clearing more than that, so that looks good on your CV, and it also shows that you have put in extra effort in your work. Then internships, writing research papers along with your faculties. So there is a lot that you can do. This was about the exposure part of your question. Now moving to Sheetal's another question. One more query: without grade 12 math, can we apply at Jindal for BCom stock market? Yes, you can do without that. Class 12 mathematics is not a necessity. Bhagya is asking, please elaborate more about the difference between types of BCom honors that JGU offers. Just give me a minute. Okay, so different types of BCom programs. The first one is BCom Honors, the oldest undergraduate program at JSBF. The second one is BA-FE, that is BA Finance and Entrepreneurship. The third one is BCom Capital Markets. Its first batch is completing its first year. And the fourth one is BCom Global. So BCom Honors is the oldest BCom program, which is more conventional as compared to rest of our 3 programs, which are slightly more inclined toward specific areas of commerce, like BA-FE. Like BA-FE is more inclined towards entrepreneurship, wherein someone who wants to work with startups or someone who wants to start a startup can focus. So financing of that, venture financing, how to evaluate those projects, how to get funds for those projects. So in the first year, you have similar kind of subjects, but then some electives are necessary for you to study as being part of BA Finance and Entrepreneurship program. So slightly, when you are moving towards the end of the program, you are more focused towards understanding the functioning and consequences of entrepreneurship, startups, if you want to join startups, if you want to start your own business. Now coming to BCom Capital Markets. BCom Capital Markets is more inclined towards stock exchanges, more inclined towards security trading, and investments into these products, valuation of these products, brokerage firms functioning. For example, in capital market operations programs, it talks about minimum eligibilities to become a broker, the process of being a broker, what are the laws related to it. So we are more inclined towards it. In the first 2 years, you will be reading basic subjects related to any BCom programs. Then you will slightly start moving towards some specialization. That was usually the norm for the postgraduate programs. So that is about BCom Capital Markets. Now coming to the global program. So it is pretty different because it is in collaboration with a different university. Deakin University is the collaborator in this. So you have to spend a year and a half studying there. So it is slightly different, and the mode of delivery would also change, because they will be more towards the global perspective of dealing with the same cases or teaching you accounting. So they may talk more about gap in the advanced level subjects. So that is the difference. Now Mayank has one question. As this is a new course in JGU and no batch has passed out so far, therefore, ma'am, can you tell more about the placement cell for this particular course? See, I am the course coordinator for the program, and my first batch is completing its first year by the end of August. So there is a lot that we are trying to do. There's a lot that we are trying to learn, and how the exams are to be arranged, how comfortable students are in writing the papers, what sort of internships they should target. So for the placements, there is a separate industry interaction cell, and there is a separate placement mechanism. They will develop a system for placements for these batches in the time to come. As of now, we are more focused towards organizing the program as decided as per the MOU. So placements in the coming 2-3 years, my first batch would be ready for placement by the end of 5th semester. At that time, I can give you a very clear picture that what happened with the first batch and what are we doing for them. But we are hopeful that we would be giving them a wonderful learning experience, and it's a small batch, and we would be able to secure some decent placements for them. So that is about the placement. Now the next question is, ma'am, please can you tell some names of the companies who can provide us placements and internships? For the placement and internship, I think the right place to ask this question is IIC and the placement system. And you can also raise your demands there, and I can also inquire with them that what special effort they are going to put for my students. Otherwise, they will contact many brokerage firms, or banks are also there. So these can be there. Now, will there be any problems in the course if I didn't have commerce in my 11th and 12th? No, there will not be any problem if you were not a commerce student. Some commerce students may feel that in the initial semester they have already read everything, and why everything is being repeated, because we start again with the basics, the analysis of summary statements and all. You may feel that everything is new, but nothing is complicated to the extent that you will not be able to cope up with that. So you can easily clear these subjects, and you can also get very good marks if you are focused in the class. Now, Kevin, you have raised a hand. Do you want to ask anything?
Yeah, I have a question for you, Professor. So I have a question regarding like the networking opportunities that I would be, getting access to from this course. So I am particularly interested in like investment banking, trying to break into investment banking. So like throughout my course, specifically in capital markets, becoming capital markets, like what networking opportunities would I be able to have access to, that would allow me to build my profile to attain such a role in that type of bank? That was my question. Thank
you. You want to know that would you be able to become an investment banker at the end of the course? Is it possible?
No, just like the networking opportunities I would be able to have access to throughout the course that would allow me to kind of build my profile to attain that type of role. So like maybe some elaboration on like what events that would be held by the school, by the college, so things like that.
Okay, so I don't think that at this level you are allowed to participate in interacting with any of the recruiters that come to the campus. So any networking opportunity for students via any official channel of university, I don't think that is there. But there are other avenues through which you can build your network. That is, if you are working with any professor who is also collaborating somewhere, you can keep writing emails and you can get in touch with those people. We call industry experts to our campus for lectures and for discussions, for GDs and everything. So you can get in touch with them, you can write to them, you can ask them questions. And like that, you can get in touch with these people who are associated with banks, who are associated in the investment or wealth management segments of various companies. And then NSE people are also there. If you are eager, if you want to do that, you can do that. We do have people in the university who can get you in touch with these kind of.
Can we add a point for the internships and the placements here from the admission side? All right, so we received a question stating that what kind of placements or the internships a student can seek once they enroll in Jindal School of Banking and Finance. So if we talk about our past, our student has interned during their summer and the winter vacations, and for that they need to get in touch with our Office of Career Services, who is dedicatedly work for our students to get them the placements and the internships. And the students, they have done their internships in the organizations like FinLatex, and they have done their internships with Cyber EQ in the summer internships, which is in Australia. It's an organization of Australia. They have done with Futures First. They have got the placement with the Shaw, Deutsche Bank, Dell Technologies, with Better.com. Our alumni are working with Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. So all these information we do keep sharing with our students through the emailers. So I request everyone to please be very active on your email IDs, as we share every details regarding our university and the program over the emails as well as on our social media handles. So please enroll yourself in our social media handles, which we have over the LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. Is there any other query related to internships or the placement? All right, so Professor, I believe the students got their answers pretty much clear regarding the placements and the internships. So we may go forward with the Pranay's question, which is, will there be any problems in the course if they didn't receive any commerce in 11th or 12th?
I have already answered this question. Johan has the next question. It is, can we also cover other subjects such as entrepreneurship while doing BCom honors capital markets? Johan, as I've already mentioned, that in the first 2 years, it is necessary for you to do your own subjects, and then you will get an opportunity to opt for electives. And in electives, you can definitely opt for a subject which is related to entrepreneurship and study about specific areas of entrepreneurship there.
Ma'am, I'm really sorry. My internet is not good. Can you please repeat what you just said?
You want me to repeat?
Yes, ma'am. I couldn't hear you.
I was telling that, yes, you do have opportunity to study entrepreneurship kind of subjects, but as electives, as an elective in your third year. Not
okay, ma'am. So basically,
specific
after
related to capital markets.
Got it, ma'am.
So students, if you do not have more questions for me, then I would now call Mr. Kunal Tyagi, who is from NSE Academy, because I have already taken a lot of time. So please, now it's over to Kunal.
Right.
Thank you, ma'am, and good evening, students. First of all, heartiest congratulations to all of you for joining this program, BCom Honors in Capital Market at JSBF. We are privileged to partner with the JSBF for working into the teaching space for students at undergraduate level. So, to brief you, I'll just give you a background, and I'll be covering all your queries that you have asked, and then again I'll take up a round of questions from you people. Just giving you a background that NSE Academy is the 100% owned subsidiary of National Stock Exchange, and NSE, National Stock Exchange, is the leading stock exchange not just in India but at global level. It was introduced in the year 1994, and since then it has been the leading stock exchange in India. It is a completely digitalized exchange. NSE introduced the electronic form of trading in India. It introduced the dematerialized exchange structure in India for the first time. And NSE started its education arm in the year 1998 through its certifications called NCFM, which were initially called as NSE Certifications into Financial Market. Basic objective of those certification was to impart knowledge about financial market to the people specifically working into the financial sector. But gradually, more and more people showed their interest into the financial market, and more and more people started opting for it. Then it was a need felt that offering just the certification that to self-study certification is not serving the purpose of the society. We started working with different institutions, credible institutions in Pan India, where we started offering our knowledge to different mode. So in that mode, we have been working with different universities. We are working with at school level, with CBSE also. Since 2007, we are working with CBSE, where students are studying about financial market. Course and content has been designed by us. Assessment is again taken by CBSE and by us also. In similar mode, we have been working with different universities pan India. So gradually, this structure was going well. Then this new education policy came in, where system government realized that introduction of industry experts into the university system is really important to enhance your practical knowledge. So why a university would collaborate with an industry partner to teach you? See, teaching is the forte of university, right? They have expertise in this thing. They have faculties who have been doing this for several years. But why an industry expert should come to your campus and teach you on certain topics? The specific reason is to bring the industrial exposure to you, right? What live things are happening into the market, what live problems or challenges a particular industry is facing, or particular sector is facing, that could be discussed with an industry expert in the campus, and not just in 1 hour or 2 hours. For a longer duration, all those things, a practical exposure to the theoretical part could be given, right? So with that objective, University JGU had associated with us, and we have partnered with the institution and agreed that for 10 hours in 9 subjects will be coming to a campus on an online mode, whatever the mode is suitable to both the party, and will be giving you the practical exposures, right? So in a proper format, these subjects has been designed, and it has been incorporated into your course curriculum, right? So I'll just name my subjects which will be teaching you. So initially we will be starting with the introduction to financial market, like what is financial market, what are different financial products, how financial management has to be done. Then once you are aware about the financial products and financial services and financial market, you'll be taught about microeconomics factor, right? Macroeconomics factor will be taught how macroeconomic is impacting your financial market. Then we'll talk about a depth into capital market. Then on mutual funds. Then we'll talk about on fixed income securities, your debt market, right? So debt market, for your information, Indian debt market is not that much expand till date. But however, if you talk about European market or US market, debt market is one of the biggest market in which they operate, right? They get majority of their fundings for their businesses through debt market. But in India, it is now expanding more, right? So this subject will be also taking to you how things will be done. Then once these capital market is done, mutual fund is done, debt market or fixed income security is done, we'll talk about derivatives, right? So derivatives, you would have heard some terms like future and options, right? These are contracts which are traded at NSE, and NSE is the leading exchange in the world where derivative trading take place, right? So we'll talk about derivatives. Then how foreign exchange market functions and currency derivative function. We'll talk about that also. Then one of the very critical aspects that now we have talked about different products, how they work, how they function. Now we will finally, once you people are have understanding of all the product, how market actually functions, we'll talk about the regulatory part, right? Which is very important to understand the regulations of the market. Like what are the frameworks, what are the regulations, what are the guidelines by the government or the ministry which have to be followed while performing activities or performing your investments, or you're performing your trading activity, or designing your strategies, right? So all those regulatory parts will also be taught to you. Then finally, once all these things have been done, in final we'll be talking about financial planning and wealth management, how you have to design a financial plan for yourself or for your client, for the organization, how wealth management of your financial planning which has been done for the corpus, how that wealth has to be managed. So into a particular structure, first we'll talk about the basic things like product, services, then your economic factors, then your capital market, mutual fund, bonds, derivatives, currency market, foreign exchange market, then the regulatory part, and finally we'll talk about financial planning and wealth management. So these are the 9 subjects we'll be taking care, and 10 hours in each subject will be coming and delivering you an expertise with an practical exposure. Right, we will be doing some case studies, some live scenarios, some project work, or some small assignments our faculty will give it to you, right, who are working into the industry, and then give it to you so that you get a better understanding how market actually functions, right? So yes, as ma'am told, you will be appearing for certain examinations, right? So 2 certifications will be from NCFM and 2 certifications will be from Kitty of NISM. So NCFM now is called as NSE Academy certifications in financial market, right? So these 2 NCFM certifications are so if I talk about the method of examination, both for NCFM or NISM, they both are online computer based examination, right? Both will be having MCQs, right? 2-hour duration, 60 questions MCQ, and random marks with negative markings, and you have to clear the exam, and based on clearing your exam you get your certificate there and then itself, right? So NCFM examination, we will, because it is from our side and it is directly offered by NSE Academy, we will organize it in your computer lab, in your university computer lab. They have been already organized for your students, for your friends. And NISM exams, we have a dedicated examination lab centers pan India. So in Delhi we have our lab at Jindal. Over there, mutually on a mutual agreed date for the whole batch, we will organize it over there, right? So best part is that as soon you clear your exam, you get your certificate there and then. And as ma'am have already told you that there is no separate reading to be done for these examinations. It's already incorporated into your course materials, and you'll be already covering those things. Apart that also, you'll be reading lot more things. So clearing a university examination will simply mean that you are already prepared for examination, just a kind of a revision before the examination. You can go and appear, right? So this is how you can get these 4 additional certification. And apart that, for the remaining 5 subjects, whatever the university examination you appear in our subjects, we'll award certificates for those 5 subjects also, right? So in total you'll be getting around 9 certifications if you clear all the exams. So this is about the examination. Then ma'am also talked about one of the practical exposure parts. So one thing ma'am I told you about NSE Smart software, right? So NSE Smart is it's a finance trading software. It's a replica of the software which we provide to our trading members. Like you call them broking house, we call them as a trading member. So it's the replica of the same software with the same feature, with some additional features also, which will offer it to you in your campus on your laptops. You can practice through that software into capital market, into derivative market. We'll explain you. We'll do a first demo session how that particular software works, how you have to operate on it, And best part is that you'll be getting live feeds from the market, just a 15-minute live feed from the market, and you will be practicing without involving any real money, right? There's a demo money involved, but the feeds are live. The trade you put in, they'll be going into the live mode only, not into the real market, but into your software, right? So to give you an example how this will work, and this is very famous software from our side, which is already there in more than 250 institutions pan India, which includes IIM Bangalore, IIT Roorkee, IIT ISM Dhanbad. So it's in more than 250 institutions pan India already. So it's like, I want to work on an ABC security, right? So current price of the ABC security is of 100 rupees in live market. In this NSE software, it's not possible that you want to buy this ABC security for 80 rupees. You'll be able to buy it for 80 rupees. No, that won't happen. So while you be putting the order into the software to buy ABC security, you have to put the price of 100 or somewhere near to 100, which is like an actual scenario. So you'll get the real feel, real understanding that yes, how market actually functions, how fluctuations take place in market, and how I have to monitor it, right? So that exposure you'll be having in your campus. So this is one of the finest or the purest form of learning which you can have in your campus without involving any loss of money from your own pocket, from the parents' pocket, right? Apart that, we'll be giving you an access to our NSE Knowledge Hub platform. NSE Knowledge Hub is our learning experience platform where we have content on more than 1000 hours. On BFSI sector, we have a content in the form of videos, tutorials, in form of small articles, in form of PDFs. Some videos are there, some channels are there which you can follow. We'll do a demo session of that also once we give you an access of it. So it will be having details from BFSI sector plus from technology part also. Technology things which are related to financial technology. So articles on financial technology will also be available onto our learning platform. This will be a separate thing from the offline teaching or the live teaching. This is for your own knowledge base. Like for example, today my faculty in the classroom have taught me about mutual funds. I understood what my faculty taught me in the classroom, but today itself I want to learn a bit more about mutual funds. I want to understand different type of mutual funds which are there in the market. I can just log into my NSE Knowledge Hub application. I can search mutual fund and I can read the articles about it. How mutual fund industry is functioning, what are the different kind of mutual funds are there. So all those things will be available with you as a resource library for your learning, right? So this is the total package we will be offering from our side to you at the university campus. And there were some queries about qualifications required to appear in NCFM examination or NISM. There is no minimum qualification required over there. Students at the school level are also appearing, so don't worry. Any student at any point of time or any individual at any point of time can appear for both the exams, for NCFM or NISM. Right. So one of the best advantages that if you apply for NCFM and NISM directly from the websites of NEC or NISM from the website of NISM. So NISM is backed by SEBI. So they are into self-study mode. They don't provide tutorials, right? If you go directly. But the advantage why this has been incorporated here in your university is that at least you'll be getting some learning, some teaching on the content from your university faculties and from our side also. So that's from my side. If I'll be happy to answer you people if you people have any query. Yeah. So some of you had asked about the internship and placement opportunities. So don't worry about placement and internship. BFSI sector, BFSI, by BFSI I mean banking, financial services and insurance sector is very big industry. It absorbs more than 30% of the undergraduates. So it's not just about the business development or the sales part. There are a lot of requirement at the back office or into the research part for the people into BFSI industry. So I'll give you an example how these mutual fund industry or insurance sector work. there are certain people who are going to the market for selling the products. Then there is a back-end team who are designing these products. So the designing of these products need lot of research, right? So they need people who can do those research for them, front-end research or the back-end research, and managing all those things, compliances. There are a lot of compliances which have to be followed. Compliance means the regulations which have to be followed, the guidelines under which the system has to function. So there is a lot of opportunity into BFSI sector. So just a recommendation from my side for you people as on date is that if you people don't have your LinkedIn profile, immediately go and make your LinkedIn profile as soon as you start with your course. Just make your LinkedIn profile and try connecting people within your industry, as you will be getting some industrial experts in your campus. So connect with them, connect with other people who are working into the domain in the organization you are targeting for internship or placement. Connect to them, talk to them, put them a message that yes, I am pursuing this particular program at this university, I am studying these subjects, I would like to have an internship with you. Trust me, it's a very good platform. Students are getting opportunities, not just into placement but into internship also, right? So it's kind of it's a platform for working professionals across working professionals and entrepreneurs also. There are a lot of people over there. It's an empire for you people. Alongside with your studies, you can connect over there and get good opportunities. This is apart of your placement support which you will be getting from your university. This you can do at your personal level. And whenever personally I am in your campus, I'll be talking about more things with you for the demonstration of the software which we have, or for any other query session. Whenever I am in your campus, if we get an opportunity, I'll show you some tricks how you can get through to the people, or how you can filter out people to connect, right? So that I'll take care whenever I am in your campus. So if anyone has any query, please, I'll be happy to answer. Before that, I have a query from Sheetal, which is what about 9 certification? So Sheetal, as I told you about their 9 certificates, 9 subjects which will be covering. Out of that, 5 certificates will award you based on your result in the university exam, and 4 certificates you will get based on your clearing your NCFM and NSE, right? Is it clear? So if anyone else have any query, I'll be happy to answer.
So I had a query. Can I
Yes, please.
ask
Yes,
it? Okay, so I had a query regarding the NSmart, the simulation trading that you teach. So at which semester do you normally start teaching, like incorporating it?
So you will get the access from second year.
From
Second semester.
Second semester, okay.
Yeah. Once you start studying about capital market, we'll give you the access of the software, and our faculty will train you on it. We'll also do a demo session for you, and after that you can use it into your laptops.
Okay, what kind of trades are mostly focused? Is it like short-term trading or like intraday trading?
No, it's totally up to you. It has 2 algo trading strategies already incorporated into it. 4 intraday options like bulk order, basket order, IOCs, and the short sells, selling, everything. Whatever you want to practice, you can practice now. You will be having some technical charts, a view. You can have a view on your top gainer, top losers. You will be having your bhav copies, your trade books will be there. Then your limit, and your market exposures. Everything is there in the software. So you'll be having that particular interface with you. We'll guide you how to use it.
Okay.
Right. So Kevin, please.
Yeah, so I also had a question regarding the NSE Smart application. So would you say it's kind of more like a Bloomberg terminal type thing where I can run financial models, kind of manage a portfolio and then do a financial analysis? Or would you kind of compare it to more something like it's just trying to simulate stock trading just from like a basic standpoint rather than, you know, trying to go for more financial analysis. Like, which would you say was more focused on?
Right. So Bloomberg software is basically more concentrated towards research part, as you said, your financial modeling. It gives you data from Indian market and from the international market. Here it is the practical application of that purpose in the Indian market, right? So it is more toward trading or the investment, like making the portfolio, putting up the orders, using the strategies, right? So Bloomberg software is more toward research, and here it is the practical exposure of it in Indian market.
Okay.
Right. Johan, you please.
Yes, sir. So my question also related to software only. As I want to personally pursue something along the lines of an investment banking, I wanted to know how exactly will the software be able to help me out on this? Would it be more inclined towards just trading and all, or would it also help us understand like investments as a whole subject?
Right. So it will be you will get both the opportunities. You can put so I'll explain it to you how it will work. So one login credentials which you will get, each individual will be getting a different set of IDs. So one ID would be having 3 portfolios to manage. One is a Prof portfolio, which is proprietary portfolio, which means my own portfolio. Then I will be having 2 client portfolios in my account. One is client 1 and one is client 2. So total amount which I will be getting in my software, demo money which I will be getting will be 1.5 crore, right? So out of which 60 lakh will be dedicatedly as in pro trades. 50 lakh will be dedicated to my client 1. That is, my client 1 has 50 lakh in his account for layman industry. And 40 lakh will be for my client 2. So coming to your part, how to use this 60 lakh, I can have a different set of strategies, right? How to use the next 50 lakh, I can have a different set of strategies, and how to use remaining 40 lakh, I can have a different set of strategies. It is like if I'm an employee in an investment banking, like so Kevin's exposure into market can be different, right? By exposure means his risk-taking appetite can be different. Suraj's risk-taking appetite can be different, and John's risk-taking appetite can be different. So at a single point of time on the same stock, we 3 can have a different point of view, right? So let's say, getting my point. So I can incorporate all the three things into 3 different portfolios, and over the period, I'll be able to understand what was the performance and which strategy went well and why, right? So let's take an example. For ABC Security, you opted that Kunal today will buy ABC Security because its fundamental analysis are same. So buy it for a long run, right? But on the other hand, Suraj says that this ABC Security is not going to perform well. Its technicals are not favorable in next 1 month or 2 months. So my view will be buy, his view will be sell. So after 3 months, different situation, right? There will be a different situation in both the portfolios, but that will give you the real understanding of how market has functioned and why market has functioned in this particular way. So your objective that I have to go into an investment banking. So investment banking will not only include your exposure to the financial market, that will also include to exposure to different products of the financial market, right? So this is how you'll be able to help your organization and your clients also, with an in-depth understanding that this particular stream will be good for my client or for some other industry.
Also, sir, how early in semester, when we get access to the software, how early will you be, guiding us or teaching us about all the different type of strategies? Or is it expected for us to, kind of just learn it from the app where you just told us it's SEBI?
No. We, as soon we provide you the access of the software, mutually we and Aditi ma'am or the faculty in charge will discuss a particular day. Our faculty coordinator will come to the campus and will explain you how this particular software is. So somewhere once your basic understanding of capital market is done, like 10 hour or 15 hour teaching is done, after that we'll give you the software. And after that you can have it for the whole 2 days.
Okay, so as far as I can understand from what you have said to us, basically first semester will be all about the fundamentals and basics, and then we keep on just progressing on and on.
Right, right.
Okay, thank you so much.
So apart that, what we do is that, as an add-on, what I do is that NSE organizes a lot of lecture series throughout the year, which are online lecture series. So people from international universities or research organization or different organization come to our platform and deliver their lectures. So I generally share those meeting invites with you. I'll share it if it is not done much in the past year. We'll share the meeting invites of those sessions with you. You people can, for your personal understanding, can attend those sessions and can have a view on different things. So that additionally we can do with you people.
So what are these lectures that you're telling us about generally related to? What are they about usually?
It can be anything, like it can be on a particular product also. It can be on a particular research which has been done. Right, so there are a lot of things. Anything into the economy, how economy is performing, and how what are the expectations from economy in future. So all those things and different topics. Sometime on options trading, sometime on your technical, sometime on fundamental. So different topics, different views. So we bring them. They deliver the lectures, and you can attend it.
Okay.
So hope as on date we have been able to answer all your queries, and if people have any query for me, I'll be happy to answer whenever we meet. We'll sit and we'll discuss more things, how things can move for you people. Right, so I'm not having any more queries, ma'am. So if you wish, you can please take me. You can end the session.
Okay. So I can see one question by Yashasvi, and it is, ma'am, when will the course start? Like, when will the classes start, approx till which date? Usually the semester starts from the first working day of August. You will get, if you are enrolling in the program, you will get a timetable. Any more questions? So I think that we have discussed quite a lot of informative things and a lot of queries for today. And now I would want to call Chinky to take over and talk to the students. Chinky, are you there?
Yes, Professor, I'm here. So, thank you so much for this informative session for our students today. So I hope our students got all the answers of their queries related to the BCom Honors Capital Markets. So if in case students you have any questions, please let us know, or we need to wrap this session in next 10 minutes. So do we have any questions? So Professor, do you have any further information to share with the students? I believe now they have no questions related to the admissions as such.
I think I've shared all the relevant things that they should be knowing before enrolling in the program. And in case any of them or parents of any student wants to ask anything specific related to the program, they can contact me via the admissions office.
All right, so we'll end this session. Thank you so much, Professor Aditi and Mr. Tyagi, for having this session that in such a short notice for our students and parents for the BCom Honors Capital Markets. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man, and thank you, students. Have a great future and great learning. See you soon.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Best wishes to all of you.